What I want to share with you today is some thinking we've been doing around the future of enterprise IT as a mega trend that innovation can leverage to create next generation economic outcomes. And basically, this last decade has been about transferring money out of the IT budget back to the corporation for whatever purposes or uses that they might have for it, but not for building out more systems of record. So systems of record create efficiency, systems of engagement create effectiveness. And if you're stuck with only systems of record trying to play a game in a collaborative value chain, you are well and truly stuck. We now are leading digitally mediated lives. So what's the forcing function that I think makes this decade the command decade to move what I'm going to call systems of engagement into the enterprise? I think it starts with outsourcing. Outsourcing has led to this revamping of the economy around globalization. Good news? Well, it's not so good news. Not for the developed economies, because although the consumers in the developed economies are going score, the enterprises in the developed economies are going, man, this is getting kind of tough to compete against an increasingly commoditizing thing. So this is the century where we got to play away games. And it's not clear we know how to play away games, or in Western Europe knows how to play away games, or Japan knows how to play away games. So the great engines of the 20th centuries have a lot of catch-up to do. So how do you do that? Well, okay, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Because we will create differentiated offers through innovation, through IP, through exactly what's bringing us into this room, that will still create a value differential that will warrant the profit margin we have to have in order to make things work in our economy. If you're in this specialized world where everybody does what they're good at and everybody else does another piece of the value chain, look how much communication and coordination and collaboration is built into the core system. We're playing a game in which the collaboration burden is the new burden of the enterprise. And it is not a burden that falls on the executive team. It's not a burden that falls on the first-line transaction worker. It falls on the middle of the organization. So it's a very serious issue to create this stuff. But this is the kind of stuff we have to be able to do if we're going to have the kind of low-latency, innovation-capitalizing infrastructure that lets us get innovations and translate them all the way into wealth. There's a big, big opportunity for enterprises to spend money on enterprise IT. And it's not Oracle's opportunity, and it's not SAP's opportunity. It's also, by the way, not Google's opportunity, not Facebook's opportunity, not Twitter's opportunity, because they are totally committed to the consumer world. So basically, this is a very, very, very large greenfield, okay? Where playing and building and filling in this thing with enterprise understanding, leveraging consumer paradigms into enterprise apps and infrastructure, big deal. I want to close with this notion of kind of how would you invest in systems of engagement? What would it take for you to use systems of engagement in your company or in your customer's company on behalf of you acting on behalf of your customer, for them to use systems of engagement in a way that created differentiated moments of engagement for that business? Because that's kind of how we're going to get the specialization, differentiation that sets us apart from commoditization, right? There are three ways you can get paid back by doing this investment. The first one is through differentiation, which means I did this, my competitors didn't do it, my customers value it, I win, right? I win because of it. The second one is called neutralization, which is my competitors are doing this. If I don't do this, I lose. Now, the third thing, by the way, you can get paid back is, hey, I'm just going to do things cheaper. My customers may not even know. The world may not know, but I will know. My balance sheet will know. And if you look at these three forms of innovation, it's really important. When you're doing one of these plays, you must not be doing the other two at the same time in that zone. So the two ways you waste your innovation money, one is you fail. Sorry, but that's just part of innovating risk. But the one that drives you crazy is when, no, I spent it, but I didn't get the returns, and the returns are the ones we've been talking about. Differentiation projects which do not go far enough. Neutralization projects that are going too slow. And then optimization projects that don't really go after the key stuff. When you look at your innovation thing, you're going to have a lot of things competing for that innovation budget, and my only request for you guys to do is to sort it out into, first of all, focus it on moments of engagement that matter. then figure out, do we have a neutralization, a differentiation opportunity, a neutralization opportunity, or a productivity opportunity? Because it could be any of the three. And then pick one. Pick one and nail it. And that's sort of the game.